A lot of people who love the Super Mario franchise know about the third game. It created the foundation of the series in a lot of ways. Enemies like the Goomba and the Koopa Troopa became regular and were expanded upon, and the base elements of the game were made. Now, quite a while ago we did a video on the left out and beta levels found the files that were never seen in the game. However, after revisiting the game, we stumbled upon a ton of things that we didn't cover at all. Things like old designs, animations, minigames, features, and a whole lot more. But today, we're going to take a look at one thing. The minigames that didn't make it in, because they were quite important and there are a lot of them. By modifying the attributes of the Spade bonus tile with a map editor, you can access remnants of the two lost bonus games. The world map can be instructed to load them with one of three hosts, different backgrounds, and different bonus game types. The actual host can be any of them. They do not themselves alter how the game is run or how dialogue is spoken. Now this is where it all becomes really interesting, because Toad wasn't the only one that was supposed to be seen. There are 4 host specifiers, but only our mushroom friend is used in normal gameplay. However, a Koopa Troopa and a Hammer Brother were also supposed to host the bonus games, as seen in these pictures. The CHR tiles, which appear twice in the ROM for some reason, had been shifted at some point and do not line up correctly with the code. The people over at the cutting room floor had to put quite a lot of work into modding the game in order to find this stuff. It was a bit all over the place, and some things about these recreations could be false, but as far as we can see it, it seems quite accurate. So shout out to the people of the cutting room floor, by the way. They are a great source for anything beta related. So besides the ordinary Toad, there were 2 enemies that should have been seen in minigames as well, but were left out. They tweaked the data slightly so the game couldn't pick them anymore as possible hosts, and therefore they weren't seen.
Now for the possible backgrounds of these sections. There are 5 in total, although only 1 is normally used. 2 of them are empty and only show the brick background, and were possibly placeholders for some other variant. There are also 2 unused scrambled objects that are not assigned to any particular background. There were supposed to be different types of boxes in some of these rooms. All the examples we have are corrupted though. Clearly something went wrong here. We aren't completely sure what their purpose was, however there's one thing that could give us more information. Because there's a ton of unused text as well, which explains what these games were, for the most part. There's a bunch of Japanese text for the hosts, and it was originally discovered in the US ROM. Some of it can only be displayed by poking certain memory addresses while a bonus game is running, but all of it points to the original bonus game structure, which apparently was to be completely rolling die driven, with different games of chance, because the text found is all related to it. For example, these lines that are found in the files. It goes as following: roll a 1 to get 1, roll a 2 to get a key, and roll any other number to get coins. It's quite clear what the idea was, however, what kind of dice games were there? Well, there are multiple. The lines we just mentioned are from bonus game 0. Every one of them would open with a die and different instructions of how to win or proceed. It still exists in code, though the graphics are lost, and it's pushed off screen by a forceful hack by Nintendo developers. This change also affected some other things related to the bonus games, and it's one of the biggest reasons why it doesn't work. The code actually supports a total of 8 bonus game variants, any of which could actually proceed to a second set of dialogue. This functionality went largely unused, and Nintendo's hack breaks most of what's left. If the hack is removed so the die is not hidden and bonus state alternation never happens, then most of the functionality returns. Now let's have a look at all the minigames that were possible in the game. First up, the bonus game 0 that we mentioned before. This is quite a simple game. If you roll a 1, it gives you an extra life. Rolling 2 actually increments the first byte of the active player's score storage, but this is an improper way to change score. And when the game exits, it will overwrite the storage score with the current score anyway. So most likely, this was supposed to target something else. And the other values that are meant to give you coins actually give you points. This is not done properly though, so most likely this entire thing is unmaintained code that was supposed to modify the player's coins and not the score. Now the next one, bonus game 1, is the spade game as the final Super Mario Bros. 3 defines it, so nothing too special here. The same goes for the second one, which is the N spade game. Now the third minigame is where it becomes a bit weird, because the host will speak placeholder text. It's a repeating Japanese character in the original, which is the letter C in the English version. This is an undefined die game that mimics Type 0, and clearly wasn't finished because it doesn't make any sense. The fourth game has a similar problem, but this time it's the letter D. However, it also sets memory at a specific address range. The significance of this value is lost, as it has no use anywhere else in code. So it's different in a way, but we have no idea what the plan was. Now number 5 does function, and here the host gives directions of rolling an odd number to play the roulette game, which refers to the spade game. If the bonus game exit code is corrected to use this game type, the workflow will proceed directly to the right game if the player successfully rolls an odd number. Even more interesting, the original host greeting will be cleared and a second set of text will be written. You will have a total of 3 chances to win the roulette game, because there's an address that can be changed to allow multiple tries, which is the case with this minigame. So this is a more complex version with multiple stages that essentially combines 2 into 1. However, the chance of winning is quite low. This could be the reason for removing it, although we aren't sure about this at all.
Bonus game number 6 is similar to the previous one, but this time you need to get an even number, and this will allow you to play a kart game. Here you have 2 chances instead of 3. Yet again, we have no idea why they removed it, but the reasons could be similar to the ones previously mentioned. Now our last one, number 7, is for sure the weirdest of all the lost games. The host gives apparently incomplete direction about 2. A die roll, perhaps? The game is the only host significant one, as the item atop the Koopa Troopa with box host sets you up to land on one set of 2 possible fixed locations on the world map. The other determining factor was apparently supposed to be whether you had approached the game on the world map by traveling leftward and upward, versus rightward and downward, although in practice, this code doesn't seem to work right. The screenshot is from a hack by Southbird, demonstrating all 8 types of bonus games. The docks out on the water are fixed target points that Type 7 will potentially cast you out onto. There is no evidence exactly what the point was of this bonus game, but its code suggests that the object sitting on the Koopa Troopa's box is not a power-up, but perhaps some other indicator that was a destination you were meant to be sent to. Whether this was malicious or for accessing some kind of secret part of the world map has been lost to time. It's really weird to say the least, and what its exact goal was will probably remain unknown forever. The only thing similar to this is the magic whistle, which lets you skip certain parts of the game, so this minigame could be an early version of this. But in the end, they ditched it and put in an instrument which is extremely similar to the one seen in the first Zelda game. Maybe they did this because it was a last-minute addition to the game. We aren't sure about this, but it's an option. Clearly the mini-games in this game changed a lot. A ton of them never saw the light of day, sadly enough. So thank you for watching this week's video on some of the beta content that was cut from Super Mario Bros. 3. Chances are that there will be another one in the future, so if you liked it, you know what to do.